Hello traders out there in Traderland. D7 here with Grok Trade. And I'm back after 2 weeks. I took 2 weeks off. Here's what's up. Just a quick update before I get into the technical analysis here. Man, I felt bad this last week. I mean, just down. I thought, man, do I have the Delta? I hope not, because I had the antibodies. And do I have the Delta? I don't know. I didn't have a lot of the symptoms, but I had some others. Bad headache, sniffles, runny nose, and I'm here in Tampa, and I shouldn't be getting colds here, but I got one. I'm fine now. Bounced right back, no problem. Sorry for not doing a video last week. Please forgive me. Anyway, let's just get to it. All right, guys. On Friday, I'm going to start off here with the Russell's 2000 ETF, okay? This is the IWM. The reason I'm going to show this to you is because I want to apologize to each and every one of you. Guys, if I was here, this is Friday, okay? This big white candlestick, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, okay? Do you guys remember? So, no, we won't remember. But on Friday or Saturday, I would have done a video on this day, okay, showing that a major trend line had been broken. And I would have said, this is a warning, guys. Watch out. Big trend line broken, closed down below it. This could be problematic going into the future. If I had done a video, I would have honed in on that and said that. Monday, drop. We had a support line. We have to hold on Monday. We have to hold. No. Tuesday, we broke it. Bad news. I would have said, watch out, guys. Thursday, or Wednesday, Thursday. And I said, this line will have to hold Thursday. If I was doing a video on Thursday, this line has to hold. And sure enough, it did. Friday, boom, big pop to the upside on good volume. This tells me, just like we got back here, do you see this? This area of support, we popped up. Is this line valid? Let's just go back and let me prove it to you, okay? Look at this, support, 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 we're support. Let me go to a line chart so you can really see it. Support, support, support. We're right there at it and bounced again. We're at a major area of support. Look for upside opportunity there on the markets, guys. This is the Russell's 2000. Whatever the Russell's doing, the rest of the market should follow. What I really like to look at when I look at this are the financials to see what's going on. This is the financials on the daily chart, okay? Daily chart. This daily chart, let's blow this up so you can really see it. We come up over here. So look at this, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, right here. But look at this, Wednesday we broke this. This is bad news on the financials, XLF, ETF on the financials. We broke a trend line. It's not a big trend line, but we did break it. We did drop, but we're starting to bounce here. We need to stay above the 20-day moving average to stay viable in this market. What I do like is on the MACD, we're starting, it's almost like it's wanting to cross over. We need to cross over to get back above the zero line on the MACD centered oscillator. And if we can do that, we could rally up. For this line, we need to get back above this line to really stay positive out there in the marketplace. So that's something that I'm watching pretty closely. Now, one I really spend a lot of time on are the diamonds, or I'm sorry, the spiders, SPY. If we zoom out here, we have a big, nasty rising wedge. But if you look here, Wednesday we came slamming down on top of this trend line. Just come slamming down on top of it. That was problematic. Thursday we had a big gap down, but we rallied higher. Guys, we had all sorts of nasty news here. I mean, you had everything from the Delta variant, you had Afghanistan, you had some nasty stuff. You had the Fed minutes coming out saying we don't have a choice but to keep pumping QE, quantitative easing, into the markets. Everyone's freaked out about inflation. But look at Thursday, look at Friday, big pops, looking really good on the spiders, and it's done so on nice volume. We need to continue higher. We have to stay above this trend line. If we do not stay above this trend line, we're in trouble. If you don't have the trend lines drawn correctly, just look at the 20-day moving average. 20-day moving average will tell you if we can stay above that, we should be fine in the markets, stay bullish and stay long in the markets at this moment, if that's of interest to you. Tech stocks. A lot of you guys are in tech stocks. Let's take a quick look there. Thursday, gap down, run up. Friday, boom, back above all major moving averages. Guys, we need to stay above that. We have some resistance areas to deal with, but if we can keep marching higher, we have some good spots. I think Monday will come and stall out, not a lot of activity. But I want to see more activity to the long side moving higher. That's what I need to see here in the market. And one thing I like to do is I'm going to go back to spiders. I'm going to look at the weekly chart to see what's going on. This is the weekly chart on the spiders. Up, up, up. We came down. We need to, I think we'll build a base. We'll get really choppy going into the future here is what it looks like it's going to happen. But as long as we stay above this EMA, this yellow line, if we can stay above that line, all is well with the markets. But it's looking really toppy. This thing could drop at any time. We got a big bearish divergence on the MACD. Guys, the divergences are all over the place. We are getting toppy. This is going to top out. We will drop. And it could be a nasty little slingshot to the downside. Just expect that. That could and probably will happen at some time. But you have to stay with the trade. Right now, we're not breaking down. Right now, we had the variant come out. We didn't break down. We had Afghanistan. We didn't break down. I mean, matter of fact, when we had COVID, it broke down pretty significantly, but we rallied right back. You can't fight QE, quantitative easing. As long as you're pumping money into this market, it's just going to keep melting to the upside. So that's the weekly chart there. The NASDAQ weekly chart, we went down, 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 and people bought up that weakness, went up, up, up. I was talking about it. Look for just sideways consolidation. That's what we're getting. This is called a high base. That could be nice and bullish going into the future. I would say any play above the 370, 371 area would be really good on the Qs, on the higher time frames. And I like to look here at this is the XLF. First, I'm going to look at IWM. So IWM, this is the Russell's 2000. The weekly, we went down. I don't like this, but we went down to this low. We found support, rallied back on the week. But this is relative weakness. I'm just not liking this. This has to really rally back hard for it to save itself. If not, it just looks bad. If you look at the banks has this support line. We have a lower high, lower low on the weekly. That is no good, guys. No good. We need to stay above this trend line. If we can stay above this trend line, all is well. Go to a line chart. Support, support. We need to stay above this area. This needs to turn into a pennant, a bull pennant, and then blast to the upside. But we need a good excuse for it to happen. We need some news, something to get us excited, to get us to move this market to the upside. But right now, it's just coming to a halt is what we're looking at here. Coming to a halt. So that's what I'm saying. Quick look here at the, let's, I'd do myself a disservice if I didn't go here. The U.S. dollar has been on fire. This is what the weekly chart looks like on the U.S. dollar. Remember how we came up here, build a pennant, we popped. Now we're just going sideways, sideways, sideways. There's the rally to the upside. That's really playing havoc on the markets, playing havoc on commodities, playing havoc. But let me go to the daily chart here on dollars. And I want to share a couple things with you that I think you guys will find really, really interesting. But here's the daily. Big rally to the upside. We get what's called extra bonus points if you can tell me in the comments what type of doji that is right there. What type of doji is that? It's a more exotic doji. But tell me what that is. So I'm looking for the U.S. dollar to simmer down and to come back. But look at the, if you look here at silver, we're down, down, down. We're very extended to the downside, guys. Silver could be finding a buy zone soon. Gold, if you go there, gold is building a high base. Look for gold to be powering higher. But on the weekly chart, we have resistance up here. VIX dropped nearly 15% on Friday, guys, and it needed to. So look at this. We broke over this trend line. Wednesday, Thursday higher, Friday we come right back down. So that's what we needed to see. So fear is dissipating and going back down. Quick look at Bitcoin for those who have that. Bitcoin is up, 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 up. Just rally, 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 rally. The last month and plus we just been going straight up. The monthly, there was the tweezer bottom. We go higher on the monthly on Bitcoin. It's all looking good. And I've been trying to buy these lows, but that's where we're at. Okay, quick look here at Apple. Quick look at Apple. Apple fell apart back here, going sideways down. We're heading up. It's just consolidation going sideways, nothing. Okay. I want to share with you guys a couple things. Here it is. Number one, we have a couple products that I'm going to say there's no need to buy. You can buy them if you want to, but no need to. We have the Stock Picks V newsletter. What is that? What is the Stock Picks newsletter? It's a newsletter that gives a bunch of stocks that fundamentally picked, and you can do that. But the reason I say you don't have to buy it is because that won't help you make money. I mean, it will. It'll serve you as a tool. Chat room, you could do that, but that's not going to change your life, right? You'll go in there and you can make money, but you'll have to have certain skill sets to be able to get into the chat room to make money. So Romulus stuff, you can get in and just, follow what he's doing. You can make money. You can just do that. It's the kind of the easy way. It's the easy button. Hit that, boom, and you're ready to rock and roll. You could do that. What I want to share something with you that the reason Grok Trade even came about, and I just want to share this because I think it's timely, because I was having a discussion with somebody here recently, and I thought, you know what, I might as well just share this publicly. That the question is, why did I start Grok Trade? And I didn't mean to. It wasn't something I was interested in, but I paid $21,000 for my trading education through a group called Teach Me to Trade, and did that. Went through the program. They're not around anymore. But I did that, and the mentoring is what did it for me. That's what changed me. That's why I'm where I'm at today. And I went to the mentoring, and it was just it connected all the dots for me. I had been a trader. I started a trading club. That trading club started getting more popular, and but I blew through 2 accounts early in my trading journey. I've been trading 23 years and blew through those first 2 accounts. And the question is why? Because I was highly educated, I was highly informed, I was somebody who was even helping other people trade and teaching them technical analysis. I had just an affinity for this. It was just something that I felt like, God gifted me with, being able to see charts and understand them. And so I was doing okay. The problem was I was struggling, and I thought, well, I need to quit this expensive hobby, or I need to lean into more formalized trading education. And that was what I decided to do. I leaned into that more formalized trading education, but it was a lot of money. But I was going to a private school at the time. Ironically enough, that private school I was going to was $21,000. And I asked myself this one question. I said, would I be better served investing into high caliber formalized trading education? Would that pay me more money, or going 1 more year to the university? Would that pay me more money? And it was a no-brainer to me. Oh my goodness, of course. More highly focused, simulated data, information from a credible trading source is where I'd get it. So I went and was taking the classes and all, but it wasn't until I went to my mentor that the magic happened. It was like, oh my goodness, why? I wish I saved my money on all the classes and just went to the mentor. I wish that was hindsight, right? They didn't offer mentoring without classes, so I had to do it all. Well, making a long story longer, I went to my mentor, and that's when the fog cleared. That's when the lights were turned on. I didn't know what questions to ask, until I got there and we started going through the training. Then I was educated enough as a trader to be able to ask really poignant or effective questions. Those questions getting answered, I started honing in on my trading in a real meaningful way. Because all those gaps I had in my understanding when I asked the questions, somebody who's a trader, my mentor, who's a trader in the trenches every day, was able to answer those questions and fill in those gaps for me. And I thought, well, I was pretty, excited about that. Matter of fact, so excited, I went back and I tried to retake a mentorship. And they said, we don't even have a product. There's nothing. They had to make up a way for me to go back to my mentor to retake the mentorship. And so they did that. I flew back out to my mentor, did that. He was in Maryland. And when I did the mentorship about 2 months later. And when I did, it was interesting because what I had learned 2 months prior, I was able to put that information into practice in my own trading. 2 months, I had other questions. I had elevated in my maturity as a trader, in my skill sets, and because of that, I was forced with these new problems in the markets that I needed help with. So I went back to my mentor, and that's when I dialed things in, man. Boom, that's when it happened. So fast forward, all of a sudden, I'm trading now. I quit my job. I'm a full-time trader. I'm doing my thing, and as I'm doing my trading, I get contacted by the company. The company found out that I was one of their students, and now I'm a full-time trader. That's what they found that out. When they found that out, they said that they were interested in hiring more students and or mentors, and they were interested in hiring people who've been trained by them. I said, I'm not looking for a job. And they said, well, hold on, Des, this is what we're paying. I said, okay, when do you need me in Vegas to come learn? So flew out. There's 15 of us that flew out to Vegas for 3 days of training. Turned out to be not 13 days of training. It was 13-day, or as a 3-day interview process. Out of the 15, they kept 6 or 7 of us, and I was one of the 6 or 7. And now I become a mentor. There's 50 mentors, everybody in the company, because I was with the brands collectively, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I was with Teach Me to Trade, Start Trader, Option Success, all these brands that we serviced. I said all that to say, now I'm one of 50 mentors. Everybody in the firm wanted to be a mentor. All this, all the trainers, the coaches, the seminar speakers, everybody wanted to be a mentor because we got paid the most for teaching. There's virtually one per state. Now, listen, what I'm getting ready to share with you isn't me blowing sunshine up my own skirt. You've not heard me share this before, and many of you have been watching me a long time. I just want to share this. That while I was there, I got booked out further than any other mentor. I was booked out 2 to 3 months in advance. For me to take a day off, I had to know it 2 to 3 months ahead of time to take the day off because people were flying in to take my mentorship. The question is, why were they flying into me? Why? There was 50 other mentors, and I was the new kid coming in, right? Why was I booked out further than anybody else? And I think why it was because I was a student and then a mentor, and I knew exactly what the students needed to hear. So I was teaching at their level, and I just had a knack for doing that. And when that happened, what I saw was more students would go out to their classes and say, oh, you need to go to Des in Indianapolis. I live in Tampa, Florida now, but go to Indianapolis. And because I was booked out further than any other mentor, they gave me 2 states. They gave me Illinois, the Chicago region, and Indiana. So I worked both of those areas. And then they invited me to be on a very private, prestigious curriculum committee. There's only 5 of us. 5 of us oversaw a $96 million company that publicly traded, oversaw all their curriculum to make sure it was thumbs up on education and content before they rolled the curriculum out, the trading curriculum out to any English-speaking countries, U.S., Canada, Australia, UK, yada, yada. So I was one of 5 that was there. Last year I was with the company. They gave me Mentor of the Year. And then we split ways. I have a company now because they didn't like the idea that I had a free website for free education online. I was doing that, and they wanted to kill it. They tried to purchase it from me. They wanted to offer me this, and I wanted that. So I was okay with selling, but we were 2 ships passing in the dark. The company had me come down to Cape Coral. I met with the officers of this publicly traded company, and they said, let's work together. I said, that's fine. Let's do that. They wanted me on my website to put a buy here button to buy mentoring for $25,000. Hit the button, make your payment for $25,000. I said, are you kidding me? That's an insane business model. That will not work. We went through 3 revisions of a contract, and we finally said, let's just split ways, man. Let's just split as friends because what you're trying to do online is not something I feel comfortable with, and it will not work. How many of you guys would go to a website right now, hit a button, and pay $25,000 for anything? I mean, you wouldn't buy a car online unless you knew a lot about it at that level, right? It's just insanity. So that's why the company's not around anymore, period. Right there. I tried to tell one that many years ago. So now I have this website, and I'm doing things. I don't want to take my days of trading out to train people, so I had to start charging for it. All of a sudden, before you know it, more and more people are wanting trained by me. I brought on Mark the Meerkat. He was awesome. He's one of the only people, him and Romley, is the only people in the world I would trust with my own money. If I'm decapacitated in some way, shape, or form, I would say let them trade my money for me. rock stars. Mark the Meerkat, a brilliant day trader and swing trader. He knows, and he's a high-level educator. Romulus has a lot of experience in the hedge fund world, and which is a different set of skills, and which are super cool. So with that, all of a sudden I get this team of people around me, and the more people that build, it's like I have this company now. And I said, I don't want to sell stock picks or chats or books or seminars. I don't want to sell that stuff because that's not what helped me in my trading. What helped me was mentoring. That's the only thing I want to do. So I sat on the curriculum committee of this company, oversaw the curriculum. I could see the weaknesses in the stuff. I made my own curriculum, increased what I thought were the best curriculums, made them just better with our own curriculum. Matter of fact, when I first was with that company, there was 50 mentors. I chose 5 mentors who came on with me early in the stage before we had any products. And we all put our best efforts into making this curriculum. Best efforts, all put together. I think, and I'm biased, I know that I'm biased. I know without a shadow of a doubt our curriculum can stand toe-to-toe with any curriculum out there, if not being the best curriculum, period, that's out there in the world today. Most students who do our mentorship, when they do a retake, which we give away free, the retakes are free, when they come back and do the retake 2 months later, 3 months later, 6 weeks later, whatever, when they do that, they swear to me that we're teaching new information. We're not. Same information. They just couldn't comprehend it all in the first 3 days. Because we give you 5 days of info into 3 to give you everything we can. So if you don't take another class from us, you have everything you need. Now, I'm saying this like I'm pitching mentoring. I don't care if you go through mentoring. All I care about is this. You either stop trading. If you're not going to get formally trade, stop trading. It's like if you're not going to learn to be a professional poker player, quit playing poker. If that's your gig, if that's something you do. Because all you'll do is give your money away to those who are more savvy than you in the markets, more educated. So the mentoring, what it does is it takes what you're doing now, fills in the gaps and holes, and I just think if any responsible person is going to take their hard-earned money and put it into markets, why not be trained by somebody that knows what they're doing, right? That's how I look at it. And if you're going to do that, do it with somebody who's a trader first and educator second. For example, a lot of people don't know this. You would think that this is this big push for mentoring right now. Do you know we only take 3 days out of our month? 3 days out of the month to mentor? That's all we do. And we do it online. So let's say you were to say, I need to look into this mentoring and I'd like to do it. I can do 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I can do that. If you do that, let me tell you what that means. When you come in and you jump into the mentorship, we're going to give you the 201 course. Those are trading tutorials. And that will assume you don't know anything about trading. You'll go through those tutorials first before the mentorship to make sure you are up to speed. So if you're a beginner, that gets you going. If you have been trading 20 years, those tutorials will rewire you so you can properly be trained in the mentoring. That's what it does. Okay, with that understanding, you now have over 6 hours worth of the best trading education that's out there. You have that forever, ever, ever. You could just stop there if you wanted to. It's not good enough. The mentoring is what puts it all together for you. That mentoring will build upon that foundation that the 201 courses have set. 201 courses. The 301 mentoring is 3 days. In those 3 days, you're going to get a book. It's a workbook you will work from, and we systematically start simple and then aggressively ramp up to the more advanced things. But we had this knack of making the very complex things of trading simple. We have a knack for that. We're known for that. We're known for making the complexities really simple, and it is so hard to do. But we've been in business 14 years, and we've been tweaking our curriculum to make it as rock solid as it is today. So after the 301s, you're going to get software. That software in the program will allow you to trade. You're going to have a trading plan. Whoa, I don't know. My computer just went soft on me. Hold on. What's going on? Switch. Don't switch. That's that thing that just popped up is Discord. There's a link down below. I hope that link works, but we're Grok Trade on Discord. That's a way, it's a forum. Go in there and chat away about anything and everything trading. And it's all free. Nothing being charged there. Just go find us on Discord. It's an app that you have to download on your phone or computer. Okay, now, all right, let's keep going. So you're going to get software that you're going to have a trading plan that you'll be able to abide by. You know, for you business owners, you know, a business plan is really important. This is a trading plan, really important. And then you're going to get your software. It's a high profile, very robust spreadsheet that a lot of calculations in there, and it hones in on weaknesses. You put your trades in, it hones in on weaknesses. You give that to your mentor. The mentor analyzes that, and we quickly find out where your weaknesses are. The reason that's important is because the question is not how can we give you the best trading education, but how can we make you the most successful faster? How can you recoup your tuition the fastest way possible? The fastest way possible is honing in on your problems that you have in your journey. The only way to hone in on the problems in your journey is to have a trade log and to have a trade log kicking out metrics for us to hone in on where your weaknesses are. And then we'll give you corrective measures through an email on what you can do, or we'll do it through a phone call, whatever it takes to correct those, and you'll keep trading and see the progress that you're making in your trading. It's a magical thing. And then after that, you are now permanently plugged in. You can jump into these classes whenever you want to. So once a month we train. We get a lot of repeats will come in just to get a shot in the arm, to learn something new. We're constantly evolving in our education, adding to it as the markets change, we change. And so it's really always up to date. So that is it. And then we stay with you hand in hand until you make all your tuition back. 100% of your tuition, once it's made back, we just stay in hand with you. We help and we guide you. We support you. And that's what we do. That's what we do. So can you buy the Stock Picks video newsletter? You can. That'll give you a bunch of stocks. You can do that. That'll tell you things to trade. If you have a hard time finding something to trade, jump into that. If you want to be a day trader and you don't want to be by yourself day trading and you'd like to follow some people, jump in the chat room, do that. If you just want to get a signal every once in a while to see what Romulus is doing in his thing, jump into, the Romulus, Club Romulus, jump into that. And you can just follow exactly what he's doing. That keeps things nice and simple. If you want to trade and you love trading and you want to do it responsibly, then I highly recommend that you get a mentor. I don't care if you do it with us. Find a mentor somewhere. Just make sure if you get mentored, make sure it's a trader. He or she is a trader first. He or she is an educator second. And make sure not only are they a trader and an educator, make sure they are really good at their education, and make sure they have supplemental tools to help with the education and backups and stuff. And that's why I just think that we're the best thing out there. A lot of people will go to these bigger education places, but they somehow find us. We don't advertise. You don't see ads on us anywhere, but people sniff us out. People refer people to us. And all of a sudden, we have a company built off of that. We have a company built off of no marketing, just by people sending people to us. And I think it's just because the caliber of our education. I think it's the caliber of our educators. I think that's what it is. So anyway, I hope that was helpful for some of you. So that is it, guys. If you made it to the end, say made it. I am shocked. You'll be the crazy one. If you said made it in the video, only you and I will know what you're talking about. So made it. I hope that was helpful. Take care, guys. Share the video. Follow. If you like information like what we were doing in the technical analysis, be sure to follow. I got my Bitcoin shirt on. Woo! So take care. We'll see you guys. Bye.